Hello, 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 everyone. This is your girl Shanidra with Beyond the Cover, and today's topic is don't judge a book by its cover. Period. Period. There's no other. Until you learn the story, you still shouldn't judge, even when you learn their story. But don't judge a book by its cover. So today, as y'all know, I'm going to start it off with what I'm wearing before we sip some of this wonderful tea, sweetheart. Yes, I hope y'all have your journals out. Um, so let's get into it. Right now, I have on one of my Amore Too Classy dresses that goes with my Amore Too Classy boutique because we know that this is a lifestyle. So we have to dress exactly how, our lifestyle should be changing. We can no longer dress in the same ways that we dress. So here we go. Here's this dress. It has one side that is fluffed, and then it has this other side, very cute and classy. Then it goes up. It has the ruffles this way. So now that you saw the dress, I know that you guys are like, what does she have next? I mean, every time I see her video, she has something new to offer us. Yes, you are so right. So, since they are in now, I have my Beyond the Cover. It says my label name, Beyond the Cover. This is our daytime ageless moisturizer because so many times we wear just any type of moisturizer to put on our face, but we wonder why our face breaks out or whatever. That's because we're not using the right type of moisturizer. So, if you get our Beyond the Cover moisturizer, it'll go beyond the cover. You won't have to wear all that makeup to cover up. So we also have, I'm just going to show you two things, but this is a Beyond the Cover. Wish y'all could see the name. But this has our label on it, and this is a Beyond the Cover Brightening Face Serum. So your face will be bright and, it clears up all the blemishes. So we also have our Beyond the Cover Face Serum. So those are the only two I'm going to show you guys today because I have more exciting things to show you guys. But first, we sell purses. So this purse I felt like went perfect with this because you don't want nothing too small, but you don't want anything too big. So this is one of our newer purses. And if you wanted to carry it, if you want to carry it like this, or if you want to carry it with the handle, you can also, it has the handle attached. It's very open for you to be able to place your business things in. Because, we are business women and we have business things to do. And we don't always want to carry these big suitcases and all that when we could have something small and petite like this. So this is on sale. We are selling this along with this dress. Um, if you would like to purchase. So yes, this is gold. You can see I have gold earrings to go with my gold dress. So yes, ma'am. So we have that. And so we also know that I will be starting my Amora Kids modeling camp. Yes. OMG. Yes. Like I told you guys, it's not just about me and my kids. God is opening the doors for other kids to become entrepreneurs and to find their gifts. Now, I didn't tell my kids what their gifts were. I just started noticing and seeing what they were picking up, or like my son, I told you guys the story behind that, of him being bullied in kindergarten. And I used to see him always drawing. So I learned that my son was an artist just by being observant. So with my Amore Kids modeling camp, it's not necessarily modeling. It's typically we're just going to talk about walking in God and teaching them who they are in God and how God created them. So once they learn who they are, they'll be able to have the confidence. They'll be able to have the faith to pursue the gift that God has given them, because now they know that this is what God put me on earth for, and this is what I'm supposed to live for. So, God always has to upgrade. So, I was wanting to start this last year, but he was like, no, because I got a surprise for you. So, all the kids that go through my Amore 2 Classy, my Amore Kids modeling camp, will get to be in our yearbook. So we will be doing yearbooks at the end of this year. Even though my classes start in October, I will get pictures of each child, and we will do yearbooks for them as well. So now that these proofs have come, I will show you the different types. So we also have this. This is like a soft cover, and this has like the different types as well. But instead of us putting the class, like I will have the class, but on each page we will have, just like how I do my magazine, an article about each child, and their gift, and the type of business that they have started. So we also have these as well. If the little boys want to have the superhero kind, so we'll be doing that as well. So I just wanted to show you guys what we have in store, because we're always doing things to help you be better. I'm not just going to tell you without me trying to find ways to help you. So now that we have gone beyond the cover on that, as I told you, don't judge a book by its cover, sweetheart. You just never know what's behind this little bitty face, honey. So let's get into this video, and right after the video, we're gonna get right into it. I am so excited. Yes, I had to promote my Amore 2 Classy boutique. As you see, I'm wearing one of my dresses right now. Each day, I may change it up. I think I'm going to just make little commercial ads with my stuff on it. But anyways, TMI. Now, let's get to it. So, the topic of today with your girl Shanidra is, don't judge a book by its cover. Now, as we have read time and time again, that God said, do not judge, or ye too shall be judged in the same manner in which you were judged. Well, as we see in life as an adult, you know, as y'all saw in my last video with Miss Quinn, we had totally different starts of life, where she started off early having a child at 14, and being talked about. And then I, ended up having a child, but they were both out of wedlock. So it don't matter when we had the child or whatever. You cannot judge a book by its cover. You don't know the ending, because at the end of the day, I have started my business, and we are being fulfilled by doing the things that God has allowed us to do, that He predestined us to do. So, despite our upcomings or our mishaps, it helped us to be more compassionate and not to judge others with our shortcomings of falling short of the glory. So, um, and showing people that, hey, that's not your story. Just because you messed up, I mean, I messed up twice, and it wasn't that nobody proposed to marry me or anything like that, because I have, and my exes can tell you that they have tried to marry me. But with me having kids, it was just a different story. I have to make sure that, everything is in alignment. We have to be completely equally yoked. And then after my mistake to begin with, I just didn't want to. It made me more alert and more aware of things, especially with my children. So, anyways, that's why you should never judge a book by its cover. Even with some of my Destined to Be classes, um, I have speakers, and some of the speakers have asked some of the children that I have taught in the past, who would you like to be in this room? If you could choose either one of us, who would you like to be? And the children chose me. Now, on the cover, it may look like, oh, yes, I would love to be her. She has kids. She looks like a model. Whatever people see on the outside, I don't know. But if they open this book and go beyond the cover, I have been through a lot. I don't think people really want to go through what I went through. I'm thankful. Glory to God that He has kept me. That's another thing that I'm going to teach these young kids, to not be so focused on the cover. That goes for girls and boys, because boys can just go by the cover and, move according to the cover. And also with the girls, oh, this little cute boy, he likes me and all. No, we're going to go beyond the cover. Okay? Just because something looks good, you must have self-control. So they will learn about self-control, because throughout life, you're going to have self-control. And as a business owner, you're going to have self-control in everything that you do. And money, and I mean, even if you don't have a business, you're going to have self-control and know that, hey, yes, I want this dress, but if I don't have a place to sleep because I spent part of my rent money or my mortgage money on the dress, then what am I doing? That's why my dresses are not that expensive. I get the nice dresses, the nice quality dresses, but they're not that expensive, because I don't want to. I want you to look good, but I don't want it to burden you. Because anything that God gives you, out of no sorrow. So if you having more sorrow than good, I'm not saying, oh, you're going to be in a perfect relationship and nothing's ever going to happen. No, but you guys will know how to work together. Y'all will be equally yoked. Y'all will know each other beyond the cover. Y'all will not just judge based off the cover of the book. So you should never judge a book by its cover, because you never know what's behind that cover. Like I stated in one of my other videos, with Darchanel, and she didn't know my story, didn't even know I was in a relationship, but based off the cover, the guy was fine. Based off the cover, he seemed like he had it all together. But I told the person that, hey, I am going to be celibate. And it was a fight, or literal fight, for me to continue to be celibate. I had to pray my way out of that relationship, because some people just do not want to hear the word no, or that you do not want to be with them, or what have you. There's a lot of people that have this image in their mind of who they want you to be and who they say you're going to be, and that's who you're going to be. And they don't even go past whatever they see. It's, I want you to be this, or I see you as this, and that's all I'm going to see. People judge people by their past. Oh, I remember, because that's I know you still the same, girl, or I know he's still the same. No, people change. I've changed a lot. I've had kids. There's a lot that has changed in my life. I had some near-death experiences. So there's a lot that has changed my life. You don't know what has changed somebody, or only God can change you. Period. But you got to be willing, because I'm noticing a lot of older people. And I know y'all keep saying, like, why she keep, no, because now I'm grown. I'm 33. And I feel like I'm too old to be acting the same way I acted when I was 22. Now, I made some dumb decisions back then when I was young and dumb, but I'm older now. So as we get older, we should be much wiser. We should not continue our old habits. Period. We should not be acting childish. Again, like I told y'all in my last video, you can't be so hard on your child when you ain't changing. Oh, they need to change. They need to quit acting up, and they need to, you need to quit acting up. Like, come on now. But again, people have this perception that they want to keep of you, despite of whatever you show them or whatever they see. It's like, nah, this is the person I want to believe, because I don't want to see you as this great person. They did this to Jesus, so don't even feel bad when people do that to you, because they did it to Jesus. No matter, he did nothing but good. He was literally perfect. We are not perfect. I'm not perfect. He was literally perfect, and no, they saw it with their own eyes. Everything, all the miracles he performed, all of that, and they still wanted to put out what they thought, what they wanted him to be, because they didn't want anybody else to see. Everybody see how great they are. Just because you want to down their light or whatever doesn't mean that you're down in their light. You put in more, just like um the Tabitha situation with Wendy Williams. Wendy thought she was throwing shade, but she ended up making putting more attention on Tabitha, sweetheart. Now you got people going to Tabitha to see what she got going on. Now they get to see her like. So thank you for that. Everything works together for the good of those who serve the Lord. Period. Today I'm talking to you straightforward, because you wonder how, the word aligns with today. I'm just telling you straightforward. We're having a casual conversation type of situation, and I'm telling you, and all these words that I'm saying is in the word, and he tells you straight up, and we get to see these examples over and over and over. There's too many people judging a book by its cover, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. Stop it. Because while you're judging, like I told you, God is judging you. Life and death is in his hands. I mean, he knows your date. He knows when we ain't trying to, so let's just stop the judging. Let's stop, let's stop the messiness. Like, I'm teaching my kids in elementary not to do these things that I'm watching adults that are older than me. Like, grow up. How can we expect these children to grow up if so many adults haven't even grown up? Oh, look, it's so easy to point the finger, but when are you going to point it back at you? Because God don't point the finger at nobody else when he's dealing with you. When you say God is working on you, that means he's working on you. He's not showing you anybody else but you. He never showed me anybody but me. He made me look in the mirror. Period. So anybody, oh God, working on me, but no, he ain't tell you about nobody else but you. But you can't, you don't want to look in the mirror. You don't want to deal with you. You don't want to change you. You want to stay the same. I can't be doing all that, and God know who I am. He made me this. No, he didn't make you that way. Now, did he make Shanidra outspoken? Yes, he did. Am I still outspoken? Yes, I am. Very much so. Did he tame it to the way he wanted me to be? Yes, he did. Because the way I was doing it was not what he told me. That was not representing him in the best light. Because I would snap real quick and let you know what it is. I would literally tell you the truth about yourself. But now I'm learning how to tell the truth. I have to tell the truth in love. Back then, it was not so lovely. The tone that I was doing it in, the way I was doing it, I was never this calm speaking. It was loud, and people know that actually know me or who I used to be, but the Shanidra now is not that Shanidra. Do I let people slide with things? No. Am I more quiet and do it seem like I'm letting a lot of things slide? Yes. And the reason is because my father. I already know. Because once you become an enemy with me, then he becomes your enemy. You're an enemy with my father. Yeah, he's your enemy now. When you become an enemy with me, he becomes your enemy. When you oppose me, he opposes you. Now we read that in my last video. So yeah, I can go back to it. But all I'm telling you guys, as calmly as I can, is not to judge a book by its cover. Quit having this perception. If somebody, I want somebody to prove me wrong. If I'm thinking a certain way and it's not a good thing of you, and you prove me wrong, I'm not going to keep that same thing. That's just ignorant. That's foolish. That's dumb. There's no justifying ignorance. I don't justify it with my children. I speak it what it is. God speak it what it is. He call you foolish. So we're not sugarcoating anything. You're foolish. You're wise in your own eyes. And you're trying to, if you can't tell the truth, this is another thing. And I know a lot of people go through this because a lot of people tell me about it. Oh, because they didn't even tell people what really happened. Why you can't tell people what really happened? Because that's going to make them look bad. But why you can't tell the truth? If this person that you're talking about is really this bad, you should be able to just tell the story the way the story happened. Why you got to fabricate the story? Why you got to lie? But you shouldn't even worry about these type of people. These foolish people that's stuck in their own mind. Because they did this to Jesus. We're no better than I know I'm not. You think you are, that's between you and God. But Shanidra's no better than Jesus was. I'm not even close. I'm not perfect at all. So, with that being said, we shouldn't even worry about it, sweetheart. Because these people that are judging, when they go and they've been judging and thinking that they are higher than that, that's what got the devil in trouble. They want to call everybody else demonic demons and all that, and they the demon walking in front of you. All they talk is darkness. They're not speaking anything positive. It's just dark, dark, dark. Woo, woo, woo. Negative, negative, negative. And that's not nothing of God. Just negative. All day, every day. Just negative. Everybody that they see is just negative. They just have something negative to say. They have no positive thing to say. They see nothing positive. Nothing that happens is never positive. Especially if they're jealous of somebody. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Whoever they're jealous of is just like this total crazy person. I mean, but then they show themselves. Like I just sit back and I just feel like, People like, so what should I do? I'm like, nothing. You don't have to do nothing. But they over here dogging out they dogged out Jesus. They crucified Jesus for nothing. Yahweh, whatever. I call him Yahweh as well. But they crucified Yahweh for nothing. He did absolutely nothing wrong. All he did was good. So that's going to happen. All you have to do is sit back and watch. I watched schools, every school that did me wrong, from National College, that was right there, closed down. Regency, I went to Regency Her School. They did me wrong, closed down. The boss that I worked with at Ross, they did me wrong. God got her doing the same thing. So it's like, Shanidra, and he allowed me to see these things. Even the car company that sold me the car that flipped over shut down. Come on now. When my 2016 Dodge Dart was stolen, God brought it back and shut all that down. He paid that car off, period. Just dropped just about, I had to pay like 7,000 or something to pay it off. He just dropped it in there. People can't tell me that God isn't real and that miracles don't happen. Like I told you, don't judge a book by its cover. You don't know what I went through. Just because I don't show it on my cover doesn't mean that I don't go through stuff. I done been through a lot. I done had a lot that a lot of people have had. I've never done drugs or anything like that, but I've lost a lot of blood. I needed a blood transfusion, never got it. And God supplied that. And cervical cancer, God took that away. Rebuked it in the name of Jesus, never to return. But I had all of it. And I'm still here. I'm supposed to be on crutches. Then I got re-injured, 2 years ago? And had to go through therapy to adjust my hips again. I had to go through, but you never knew that based off my cover. You would never know that I had kids based off my exterior. Even my stomach don't have stretch marks. So you would never know based off my body or anything else that I've been in wrecks, that my hips were messed up, that I'm supposed to be on crutches, that I lost too much blood, that I had cancer. You won't know none of this stuff, that I've been in wrecks that could have killed me. I mean, you wouldn't have known my birth. I've told you guys all of this, but you would never know based off the cover. So all I'm telling you guys is quit judging people by the cover. Quit judging a book by its cover. You don't know what people going through. And don't be that Debbie Downer that just has to see everybody in the negative light, no matter what oh, well, no. Then you come back to them like, well, she was pretty nice to me, or he was pretty nice to me. Oh, no, that's just da 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 da. Don't trust. That's why I always go off of my own. I don't listen to what everybody's saying and then judge off of what somebody else told me. I just find out my own. Now, you know, whatever your opinion, your experience of that may not be my experience. I've even with God reconciling me and my parents' relationship. Well, none of my other kids have said that, okay, but this is my experience. You didn't know what you did with the other kids. This is my experience of it. So people have their own different experiences of the same person. People have different experiences of me. A lot of people think I'm quiet. And I am sometimes, but not really. I don't let nothing slide. None of that. But I've learned how to handle things where I'm still representing my father in the best light, where I'm not out here looking like a fool. I don't want to be looking foolish. So when I handle my kids' schools, oh, they're going to get handled. Because I'm in God don't mean that stuff don't get handled. I've had the NAACP, I had them go research into the school and pull some things that they was doing. So trust me, stuff get handled. Period. I just learned a better way to handle it. I know people are not going to hear me when I'm yelling. So I have to have self-control and control my yelling. But back then, I mean, I didn't know it. I mean, God had to teach me. Am I still the same Shanidra? No. I couldn't even go back to the old Shanidra if I wanted to. She was foolish, lost, didn't know who she was. And I'm still learning. God is still teaching me. I'm learning more gifts. I'm learning more about myself. I'm loving who He created me to be. I'm not It's just I have Godfidence now. I have confidence in God and whom I know that God created me. I don't look for validation from humans. And that's a wonderful feeling because trying to seek validation from humans is stressful. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't know the that's what's slowing up a lot of businesses now. They so worried about what everybody, oh, I ain't getting a lot of likes on that. I can't. I just decided to put that up because, girl, if God told you to do that, that's what you need to do. I don't care if I get one like, no likes, no what. Because I'm going to be blessed regardless. He's my provider. He's provided with or without customers. God has provided. So he's kept me and my children afloat. He's kept us straight. He's kept us in good health. I'm going to give him all the credit because I know people. How are you doing all of that? It's hard with one business, and you're managing both of your kids' businesses and all of that. And how are you doing all of this? Yeah, because like I tell people, no, you do it. You got it. Yeah, I take on up what God told me to do because I'm not going to tell him no. I told him I'm not telling him no. I tell another human being no before I tell him no. I don't care about her. Whatever he tell me to do, I'm going to do. So that's where I'm at. But as far as me having all this energy, I have to pray half the time because I be exhausted. Like what? No, what? I just be wanting to lay down too. But when he give me energy, honey, I be like Superwoman or something. Like I can get a lot of things done, but he allows me to rest too. So I'm just thankful and I give credit to God. I mean, it's not hard. How can you not give credit to someone who woke you up this morning? You didn't wake yourself up, sweetheart. Your ancestors did not wake you up, sweetheart. So I don't care who I offend with this because you offend me when you don't give or acknowledge my Father. He's told us to acknowledge him in all of our ways. Don't acknowledge him when you on the deathbed or when you get sick. Oh God, help me, heal me. Oh no, sweetheart. No, we're not doing that. So today, again, I'm telling you to not judge a book by its cover. We're going to start loving one another. We are going to start showing more compassion to one another because that's what God told us to do. I don't know what this judging stuff is. I thought it was only one judge. I thought God was the judge. And like I told you, there's a difference. Because I don't want you going out. That's another thing. People be, oh, you said don't judge, and look at you. Oh gosh, you talking about people can't be. No, I can't. People can't be out here having kids out of wedlock. That was Shanidra. I'm against anything that God is against. That's why I stopped doing it. That's why I'm celibate. So I'm against that too. I'm against me having any more kids out of wedlock. Because I was wrong. I was in the wrong. That was wrong. Period. Well, you make mistake. No, that was wrong. That was not in God's will, and I'm paying for it. So I'm against everything that God is against. Period. I don't let my kids dictate how they're going to be or whatever. I'm supposed to train them up in the way that they should go, and that's the way that the Lord has told us that we're supposed to be. Now, what I do with them is just show them what He says, and in my house they have to do it because we serve the Lord in here. But with other kids, all I have to do is just, there you go. What do you think about it? What did it say to you? Well, it says, okay. So what are you going to do in your actions? Because he told us not to be hearers of his word, but to be doers also. So if we're not doing his word and we're just hearing and repeating, what are we doing? Because we're going to go up there stuck in our own minds thinking, Lord, Lord, and you're going to say, why do you call me Lord, Lord? And you do not do what I say. Oh, I prophesied in your name. No, you prophesied for your glory. You prophesied for your likes. And the more likes and the more, that's why I'm not trying to rush no views, no nothing. I want God I want to grow in the process that he has on me. I don't want to rush it. I don't want to mess nothing up because you start getting up there too quick before your time, and then all them people you lead astray is on your hands. And you're gonna be asked about all that stuff. So while you wanting all these views, while you out here doing all this extra stuff that's not of God, and you seeing God, and you a child of God, you're a woman of God, and all this stuff, and you doing stuff that's not godly and judging and being mean to people, you're gonna have to answer to all of this stuff. That's why I'm telling you, I'm not judging you. Now I'm gonna tell you what saith the Lord, because I got to do like He told Jonah. I ain't trying to be in the belly of a whale or fish. And I'm not talking about literally, because I know, I'm just saying we can have some moments in our life where we feel like we stuck in a fish. It's yucky, it's nasty. I'm not trying to be in there. I'm not trying to have God have to put me in there to get me to do what He told me to do. Not worried about your opinion. I'm worried about God's opinion. If we all start worrying about God's opinion, then we will all be better. But how are we supposed to know His opinion if we're not reading His word? How are we supposed to know His opinion if we're not connected with Him, if we're not seeking Him? I used to say, well, I don't understand it, but I say this. I didn't understand the word, but I didn't take enough time in the word. We don't understand the jobs at first until we start spending more time and, get into a habit of reading the scripts or whatever we have to do for the job. Well, that's the same thing with God. We start reading and getting into the word and asking God and spending more time with God and allowing Him to direct our path and show us things in the word. I mean, He has shown me so much in this word that I've never in my life would have thought of in my head. And I'm thankful for Him renewing my mind where it's more open to understanding what's really happening. So I encourage everyone to get that connection with God so that you can see what's really happening and you won't be as naive as you were before. Because I was naive and I didn't see. I would go, oh, well, they told me I'm supposed to be doing. Now, well, I was never like that, so I can't say that. Like I said, I was a virgin, but she got talked about for not being a virgin, and I got talked about for being a virgin. So you're going to be talked about regardless. So quit trying to please these people that don't really care and please God. Because, honey, I have peace of mind because I ain't worried about everybody else. I'm worried about fixing Shanidra and what Shanidra need to be fixing and saying whatever God told me to tell you. That's it. Other than that, you live your life, you do you the way you want to do it, but just know there's consequences for your actions. Quit blaming others for what you're going through and start looking at you. Make that you turn. I need to turn around because stuff ain't going right. I need to look and see what I'm doing. What am I doing wrong? And sometimes you just ask God. He'll show you. Oh, yes, He will show you. Now, I don't know if He's going to show you the way He showed me because I'm a visual person. So when He showed me stuff, it's very vivid. But with you, I don't know how He's going to show you. But He will show you. And you will know. And you'll be like, oh, goodness, I'm like this. Or, honey, it is a lot. But it's a wonderful experience that I want everybody to have. And see, I'm willing to share this experience that I have with my Father with you. But that's because I know He can be everywhere. He can still give me all the love that I need and, give you what you need. So I will gladly just allow you guys to, have a piece of my Father. I'm just playing. But for real, I love Him so much. He is literally my everything. And He has shown me true love. I didn't even know how to love. I don't even know how to talk to people. I talk to people the way I was taught to. Because that's why I'm telling you, don't judge these children because they're just repeating what you're doing, but you're too busy not looking in the mirror that you can't even see your reflection. Boom! Boom! I don't even know what else to tell you. So, sweetheart, all I'm telling you is to be obedient, number one. Obedience is key over everything. If you're doing wrong, if you're still breathing, you got time. So don't think, oh, I've done too much. He ain't gonna forgive me. I did nah. You know what he told the people that Jonah had to tell before he destroyed all of them in 40 days? And they had less than 40 days because Jonah wasted some of their days because he was being disobedient. But God was about to destroy all of them. But all of them was doing the most. They was doing way everything that you probably did and more. And God said if they don't repent and turn from their wicked way, He destroying all of them, the whole city, all of it. All of it. So, trust me, He forgave me. He's going to forgive you. Just fast. If you can fast for 30 days, that shows how strong you are. It shows that you are stronger than you think you are. If you could stop having sex, if you could stop smoking, if you could stop drinking for 30 days, I tell everybody to fast before you repent. Because once you repent, you don't want to turn back and mess up after you done told the Lord, because then you're going to be in Jonah's situation. So just fast and continue, because then you have grow a new habit. So continue that new habit. Now you eating oranges instead of smoking, or now, whatever. I don't know, because I'm not here to judge. I'm going to tell you what is right, but I'm not judging you. Because it's like me saying that I'm judging my kids because I got to tell them right from wrong. That's not judging. It's telling you what's right and what's wrong. God makes no mistakes. And I can prove that's a fact. So, with that being said, when we start taking accountability for our actions and quit trying to blame God for everything, He ain't mess up. You did. We need to be more truthful about what's going on in our lives. So, because He told you not to stress. So, it could have been stress. It could have been whatever that caused whatever to happen. But you're not going to blame my Father, not in my presence. Because He just loves you. Like, it is so sad to know that He loves you, even though you are out here just doing the most, just deliberately disobedient. Just imagine how you feel when your kids are disobedient. It's 10 times worse because He created all of us. And then we sit here just being rebellious and just rebelling against Him. It's sad. So, anyways, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm going to tell you the truth. So, I love you. God loves you. Just stop it. Just see if you can do it for 30 days. Like, don't tell me you're not that strong as a grown adult. And if you're not, then don't say nothing to your children. You better not say a word to your children. Because you want them to change right then and there. No, they better change because I ain't the one. Okay. And God ain't the one either. You better read. He ain't the one either. So you better change. You can keep saying you ain't the one, and God ain't the one either. He done told you in His word. Why you blaming the devil? God's like, no, that's me, homie. I told you if you disobedient, I'm gonna do this, this, and that. I'm gonna do it. Just like we tell our children, if you go out here and do this, and you act the fool, I'm gonna act. Okay, you go out here and do this. God said He gonna do this, this, and that. Everything will be taken from you. Period. Everything that He gave you will be taken. He giveth and He taketh away. So you can blame the devil always know you. And when you start looking at you and seeing what you are doing, then everything will be all right. So leave y'all with this. Don't forget, we have our Beyond the Cover Moisturizer. I'm so excited. It has our labels on it. And it's so cute and classy. So I'm just excited. And then we have our face serum. So you don't have to cover up because I don't have any foundation on. I mean, you can see my fingers, nothing. I do have lipstick and eyeliner on, but that's it. Nothing else. So, you won't have to cover up. You can just fix the issue. Dig deep. We have these, and sign your kids up on the website below for our More Kids Modeling Camp. Let them be in a yearbook that showcases them and shows them in the best light, because so many times as my children have been in school, they always saying something negative, like putting our kids dimming their lights. And my classes are not going to dim their lights. And I'm going to show them that the light that's in them. And then they're going to be in the yearbook that just has one page of them. All of them. Yes. And the great things about them and who they learned that God said that they were. So that's all I have for you guys. Let's go beyond the cover. Let's not judge a book by its cover.